trotting, you know, like a movie.
She just got out of her bed and she's just like, yes.
Oh, Joe, why are you posing? It's a recording, you're not.
Oh, shit.
Sotu sound pioneer 5G combination.
Well, the way I see the scene, how it's changed, it's gone from UK funky, very bass UK funky, into house progressively, but there's still a lot of UK funky sounds in different scenes, like the bass scene. Some people use it, call it post dubstep as well, and future garage. So yeah, it's just gone diverse.
Last 2 years. Do you know what? It's obviously got a little bit darker, a little bit more dubbier, less vocals, and more into the, you know, through the tech style. It was like deep house into the tech, and more into the new disco style. So less of the vocals. But now I'd say in 2013, the style sort of changed again. I mean, obviously there's different scenes, different sections. You've got like the underground scene, obviously with Mark, you know, B3, Lance Morgan, that crew, you know, their underground scene. But on the other side, there's a bit of a resurgence with the UK garage sort of sound, the 4/4 old school sound, which I sort of grew up with, which I sort of got into.
It's changed in terms of the sound now that people are after is house again. Whereas obviously it went through the UK funky phase where some of it sounded a bit grimy, a bit. It had this distinctive sound, don't get me wrong, and it had this other sound which was a bit gimmicky. Whereas some of the MC tunes that people didn't like, but now people have started. Those people that left that UK funky side started to search for a deeper sound and started realising, oh, it's house. So for them it's kind of new, but for someone that's been in it for years, like yourself, you probably know, it's just a cycle. So it's kind of gone back to where it was in the 90s, and we're back here again, the house stroke garage sound, for me anyway.
Well, it went from like funky house to like this house vibe, innit? Everyone didn't want the vibe at first, yeah, but when it come, like everyone's taken to it, and boy, we're doing a good thing out here. So we're kind of like evolving the scene and changing it. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the scene for the last 2 years.
Well, I personally think that the scene right now is very, very healthy. That's the way I can describe it best. There's a lot of like new faces, a lot of old faces coming back. But as a whole unit, I would say it's moving forward in a very powerful way, just like the same way grime did in that, but it's going in a completely different direction. That's what I personally say. And just everyone just keep pushing and doing their thing, and just keep pushing the sound, because it's a different genre of sound and music that we've got coming through, and that's what people need to realise and push forward. It's not all around deep house. It's not tech. It's not underground. It's just our own genre, and it's just like the London underground sound. That's what it is. So just keep pushing it forward. You get me?
I say very rapidly. It quickly moved from funky straight to deep house to more minimal tech, but it's more focused now on more on the production, more on the sounds and stuff to get you moving. This whole shape cutting era, it's just mind blowing, but it's good. It's gone straight there.
Well, my style of production is very versatile. Like at the moment, I'm doing more kind of garagey sounding house. Yeah, that's it. Very bass orientated, just impact in your face.
Do you know what? My style of production sort of mirrors whatever's going around in the underground scene. If you sort of follow, so the early stuff I used to make was like a lot of the Afrobeat stuff with I'm Right Here, Give It Up, and then it moved into like some of the deep house stuff I made, like under the Tribal Audio name. Yeah, High Definition also followed through with that. High Definition came out before the sort of tech thing blew up on the underground. Obviously it was always there, I recognise that, but that High Definition was just like just something I just heard like through going out, Fabric or whatever, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna make a sort of tune like that. And that was sort of 2009, and in the underground people weren't really into that. But in time, the sound sort of changed that sort of thing. So again, my style sort of mirrors whatever's going on right now.
My style of production. You know what, I don't have a particular style yet, to be honest with you. I'm still new to production in that sense where I haven't made a full catalogue of tunes. I've got a few tunes there and there. And I will come into the studio one day and I'll be on a vibe where I want something deep. I might come in on a vibe the next day and I want something more bumpy, garagey sounding. And the other day I might want something slightly more mellow, slightly more soulful. So I haven't, my sound is just underground. It's not really in one bracket at the moment. I can't really give it a particular distinctive sound at the moment.
Style of production. Well, as Lance just said, like it's like we kind of got our own genre of music going on, like with the bass line and the hi-hats and the kicks. We don't just use the basic kick like the straight bang bang bang. We're using like kicks that are going all over the place and snares that are going everywhere, and you know what I mean. So yeah, we're trying to bring that new genre of music to make them hear something different. You know what I mean? But it's obviously something what they like because it's evolving. So yeah.
I kind of get something like that. No, definitely, it's definitely our own genre, like 100%. If you hear the music, that's what people are going mad for, because it's something they ain't heard and it's our kind of style. It's like, why would I rather play someone else's tunes when I can make my own, the own style, the own bass, the own, everything I want to do is there, do you get what I'm trying to say? So, yeah, I'm saying it's just our own genre, and we just keep pushing it. There's a lot of people right now that's doing it. There's not a lot, sorry, but there's a lot as a whole, if you get what I'm trying to say. So as long as we keep pushing it, we'll expand and yeah, we'll push forward as a whole.
Wow, me, I'm diverse. I kind of I try and bring an element where you're not familiar with, you know, and try and bring it in a style where people can relate to. So you've got your deep house, you've got your minimal, you've got your tech. I try to, you know, incorporate all them sounds into one, but kind of keep it more simple. Don't want to confuse the sound, just give you the elements that you need to, you know, do your shape cutting or whatever you want to call it.
Software I'm using is Reason 5 and Cubase.
I use Logic now, Logic 9. I used to use Logic 8. Before that, what did I used Reason. Before that, Fruity Loops. Before that, I don't know, Music 2000. I've used quite a few, but in my personal opinion, Logic's the best. In my opinion, it lets you get in deep with your production, you know, and I find it quite easy to, you know, obviously arrange, automate my tracks and do everything I've got to do. But you know what? It's not about the DAW you use. It's not about the you know, the Logic or the Reason. It doesn't matter what you use, and it's more about the person and how they use it.
Software I use the whole Danny Cubase, Pro Logic or Logic Pro, Reason even for certain kick drums and certain plugins as well. So all three.
Logic Pro 9, that's it, that's all I use.
Logic 9,
yeah, I don't use
obviously a couple little powerful plugins and
oh yeah, Reason as well. We use Reason as well to use the vocals and stuff like that. So yeah, we're using both programs as well.
Yeah, but as a whole, it's Logic.
Yeah, Logic really.
That's the program we use.
Quite a few. I've got obviously I started with Reason, so I kind of keep some of the elements of Reason there, but I'm more using Ableton. I link the Reason with the Ableton, and then I link the Ableton with the Cubase. It's quite a few. Then it's another whole story after that, but it gets complex.
Producers that I'm rating at the moment, definitely Disclosure. I like Bondax, Eats Everything, Shadow Child, Cry Wolf. There's a whole bunch of producers out there right now that are doing well in the scene.
I'm a bit biased, so I'm gonna mention my friends first. T. Williams is my good friend, and he's killing it right now. He's in Australia at the moment, so if he's locked in, you're saying, bro. Roscoe, another good friend, feeding him, he's done very well in the productions that he's doing. Who else? My friend SEF from Switched On Records, he's doing well. Naughty, he's always been a very good producer, very underrated, hasn't really been able to break through, but his productions are very good. Who else do we think? We've got one more name. Luke Clarell and Victor Reed.
Producers at the moment, Naughty, still going on wicked. MA1, Shadow Child, Dusky. Some of my favourites are like Hot Since 82, Eats Everything. These people to me are making like a new age of house, stroke, garage. I love that sound. That's really me. You know, and there's loads more. Truce as well, mashing up the place as well. So there's loads I could go on forever, but especially Playtime Productions as well. I love their stuff as well.
Well, I'd say, listen, I'm only supporting right now is UK urban house. That's all I'm supporting right now. So that would be me, myself, Lance, Storm, Mark Radford, Carneo's making a few beats right now. He's coming through. Truce. Yeah, there's a few people coming through on what we're doing, but like to like really like make it like I don't know what to say. To make it like we're just trying to like put ourselves over there and put ourselves. I'm not really doing that, but like we're making like a different kind of sound.
We're opening our own door. That's what it is.
Yeah, we're opening our own door, so we're making a kind of different sound. So obviously DJs and whatever I mentioned, the producers, they're the people like that are making the sound that I like to hear. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not dissing anybody else, but that's the producer I'm sticking with at the moment.
I feel Naughty. I know he's on my label, Sotu, but I feel Naughty a lot, and obviously your Julio Bashmore, I like his production, good stuff. Shay Burke, New English guy, I like his stuff. You got your Lance Morgans, your B3s, your Radfords, and your Pioneers. Look out for him, he's coming up hard. But yeah, definitely, UK scene strong, I believe.
Contact me on my Twitter at DJ Naughty UK. Also visit my SoundCloud DJ Naughty Music. And the Facebook page, just go on DJ Naughty and you'll see me there.
You can hit me up on my website, all the w's.djma1.com. You can hit me up on Twitter at DJMA1. You can hit me up on Facebook, or if you get my Facebook, facebook.com/DJMA1music, and on the email, djma1beats@gmail.com.
To get in contact with me, you can hit me so many different ways. DJPioneer.co.uk, that's my website. At DJ Pioneer on Twitter, at DJ Pioneer on Instagram. Email djpioneeruk@gmail.com or facebook.com/Pioneer DJ or kissfmuk.com/Pioneer. Many ways on the internet.
Facebook, email, Twitter, anything. You can get hold of me easily, man. People get up my numbers so easily, you know what I mean? So yeah.
Likewise. Facebook, Twitter, SoundCloud, all that stuff, we're all on this, so I'm sure everyone knows it. Just log on and that's it.
At DJ Truce UK, that's my Twitter. Truce Music UK, that's Facebook. So hit me up on them. And check out my SoundCloud, DJ Truce.
So, since you left Heartless Crew, exactly what has Mighty Mo been up to?
Been up to music, teaching it, studying it, making it, recording it, producing it. Got a new mixtape, the Yaga Yo Part 2, that's out end of March, so make sure you get involved with that. Some free download things as well, spreading the vibes.
Okay, you mentioned production. What software have you been using to actually make tunes?
Well, to tell you the truth, I throw mostly stuff down on GarageBand, you know, just to get the ideas down, you know what I mean, by any means, but we've got the logic there as well.
In terms of projects, what can we look out for from Mighty Mo?
Right, we got the Yaga Yo Part 2. We got the people that call Volume 1. Part 2's out end of March, Sunday the 31st of March. So grab a copy still. Free download on the internet.
Okay. If people want to get in contact with you, what's the best way?
Holla at the Twitter at Mighty Mo. Don't forget the E on the end. SoundCloud, Bandcamp, Facebook. Just search.
Alright, cool, man. Simple thing, man. Simple thing.